Hello and welcome. We are back. I have a bit of good news and a bit of bad news. The good news is I completed my first Flame Master mission with a success. The bad news is the recording screwed up, so I didn't get any of it, and it was a pretty juicy run. It was failing for like most of the run until a few pieces came in and really saved the day. And here's the run. So it was a sweet build, very unique. Unfortunately, I didn't record it, so sorry about that, but doesn't matter. Let's crack on. And embark on Flame Master. Interestingly, I thought I would have unlocked Reborn and Surge by now, but no, I think I just need to keep winning. Play more games, get more unlocks, and then eventually it will come at me. I love these four characters. Okay, okay, awesome. So we have, again, Zephyrus and Korra are awesome together, because Zephyrus is a tank that heals, specializes on crit, and then you've got Korra that gets more shield per summon. Last time I actually first picked Zephyrus and Ripley, which worked out okay. Ripley is quite squishy, and I didn't find his heals did much. There's also the Nalua Gerald composition, but we've done that before. I really want to pick Frost, but there are no Frost characters here to play with. I mean, I could do Zephyrus and Eslo, but that's too speculative, I think, because we don't have any Frost generation with that. And Korra, doing these two means I can kind of choose any, from this point onwards, any synergy that I want, whether it's like fire, bleed, summon. So I'm going to go Zephyrus Korra, because that just seals out the two hard, which is healing and tank, and move on from there. But you could easily choose Nalua, Geralt, Ripley, Zephyrus, Eslo, and maybe Zephyrus. Probably not Blake is another one, because he depends on things, and you also, by choosing him, you're not choosing a tank or a healer. So no. Zephyrus Korra. Tank healer sorted. Now we don't need to worry about them. Now, first thing that comes to mind here is my team going to be strong enough to not use trophies for a while? And then can we get an early campfire to spell power or attack damage scale? So, early campfire, there is one here, and a pretty good path afterwards. An even better path is this. This is insane. The only issue of this path is that you don't get a campfire at all, which is bad for these two. So we could consider, for example, taking min-maxing and then taking this path, because then when all these exclamation marks, we might be able to get more trophies, which then compound to this item. There's also the golden cube, which is just good for money, because the first 3 fights you typically don't lose anyone, so it just gives you lots of juicy money to spend at that first shop. But I think I'm going to go min-maxing notes, because I don't think I've selected it before. So every battle gives you more trophies, but the more trophies you hold, the more you get. So it's about not using your trophies. Alright, Nocturnal Spectre, here we come. You do a bit of AoE damage, but not really relevant in this first fight. Won't be enough to really take anyone else on. We have no ranged characters, which is pretty interesting. Alright, so we got no status of like afflictions, so Rinji is kind of useless. Kasara is good, but I've chosen her a few times before. I do like Arya, again, I've chosen her before. I've not chosen Zoe. So the question is, can I see myself going down a crit path with Frost? And the answer here is yes, because I've got crit on him. Her base crit isn't actually horrible, and getting crit on her is good because it does more damage and means more heals. I have never used Zoe effectively ever, not once. And if I'm going in terms of power, which I should be, it's Kasara, because she just does the stun lock. And if I go Kasara, it also keeps us open with everything else that we might want to consider doing. But it doesn't also open paths. It's just kind of a neutral character. It doesn't like go down crit. It doesn't go down summons. This at least makes us go potentially Frost. So I'm going to go Zoe, just because I've not really used her very much, and then just pray. So she casts and does Frost, and she doesn't really scale. So it looks like she'd do really well with the spell power crit chance item. And the dagger's not very good. I like the dagger at -2, but not at -1. So we need good items for our tank. So I'm going to get him a bit more health. And I want good items for Korra to begin with. And in this case, I reckon the Spell's Amulet is perfect. Casting more, does more damage, does more heals. Perfecto. I'm gonna try get away with not using any trophies. And I'm gonna suss how we go with good old Zoe. Because I've literally never won a run with her, so it's kind of hard to see how she's doing. So she got 6 frost off, equal like just behind damage of Cora, who has an item, like not really much to go off yet. Okay, so we're not doing any burns, so taking him would be a somewhat dead pick. We don't really have many shield synergies between these two, other than a little bit on Cora. I do like this healer, and he is crit based. That would be doubling up our healing. But his ability increases attack speed for every crit he does, so that works really well with the rest of the team. But then we got Lueko, who I've never actually chosen either, and he's another he's another melee combat character. In the previous video, I kind of mentioned that I don't know how to make him work because he wants to cast his spell to get attack damage, which means he needs attack speed, and then he wants spell power for that damage of his spell. So he needs a lot of things. I find him a bit clunky, but I'm going to choose him. So far, we're like half minion, half frost, and we can just choose a path to go down. So, Runic Shield's great. It synergizes with so many items. He doesn't really cast that frequently. It would have been nice to put it on him. Is there anyone else that would go well with that item? I think not. I think before we go tanky, let's try to sort out our synergy. Let's go for summoning items, like good ones, or frost items. That's pretty good. So every second there's a chance to get mana stacking up to 6, which is great for Zoe. Because both of these are applying frost. Yeah. I think we do that. Mana regen for Zoe. Alright, next up. Come on, team. Hold tight. Please don't need the trophies. I really would love to save them. And yeah, alright. Our damage output seems to be doing okay. And now we're looking for a frost. Like, these two apply frost, but don't capitalize on frost. I don't think they scale with frost themselves. So we want someone who scales with frost. And we've got a healer and tank, so we just want a damage dealer, really. Which none of these are. So I guess the next best thing is Savos, because he's minions, which ties into these two. So I'll choose Savos, and I'm not happy about it. Oh, Caster's Cloak is one of my favorite items because it just makes your tank infinitely better. More casts, more health. Love to see it. And now we can kind of lean into Zoe a bit, getting her to cast more with this and attaching that to that. So Zoe should be a casting machine at this point, which means lots of frost. Any frost payoffs here? No. Okay, bad heroes. So let's move on from that. Staff of Hail. Every 3.5 seconds, Zoro casts Hail spikes around them, dealing 30 spell damage per frost on all enemies hit. And minus max mana. I've never done it. We could give it a go. Oh, Frozen Axe for sure. So we're definitely going down the frost route. Whether we do summons is it stretching too thin? I don't know. I don't know yet, at least. I like attack speed in Lueko and crit chance. So this gun works really well with him. I also like the same thing for Zephyrus. Ooh, we're getting some good options here. I think let's do attack speed on Lueko. So that way I can put this axe on him as well. So I think I want to use this item, which would leave us with 400 gold left, which can't afford this. Or this, or this, or this, or this. Can it afford that? It can't. How many summons do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 summons, so we'd be getting 60% spell power. That's kind of nuts on Cora if we stack up her spell power. Ooh. The thing is, we don't have good components if we do that, though. Like, we could buy these two. Ooh, this is tough. I think it's pretty tight between those two. But the spell power is so juicy. It's not good, like, right now, but if we get some better items on her and some immediate scaling... The only thing I would like to add to that is that I don't really want to keep Savos around. It's not really what we're doing. Although he does give crit chance, actually. And we are a crit build. Is this our build? Is this what we're doing? Because what I could do is stack spell power on Savos for him to share it out here. Because the spell power goes really well across the board. God. I'm going to click this helmet and then regret it later because I've got nothing. I've got no items to actually attach it to. Does anyone get a good upgrade with -1 max mana? Not really. Nowhere near what I want, which is getting it close to 3. Oh, every day of the week, I'm giving the whole team a spell buff. That's just nothing to consider. Lose half your health to gain 2 random epic recipes and hero gains an extra item slot. That is nuts. Can we afford to lose half our health? So that's roughly 37 health. We can. We can either go to the fire. We could do a no elite run. I think we do this. That's fun. For sure. So what do we get? It's Savos. I guess we're keeping Savos around then. And then we got on cast deal 24% damage. That's good. And the burn thing is literally useless. Like 0 application. So can anyone hold any of these yet? They can't. They're all caster items. Oh no. All right. Let's get Cora casting more frequently. And I guess actually she needs spell power. And we'll get you casting more frequently. This is not looking good. I really don't like that. So do we have any caster items? We do. The spell power. So I think the spell power goes on Cora because she's our healer. It's not good yet because we don't have good base spell power. And does anyone scale attack damage when they cast? Yes. Okay, so this item is literally the perfect item on Loeco. This is turning out really nicely. I don't like this fight though, but other than that, I'm pretty chuffed. Okay, so maybe we do something like this. So healer goes here, these 3 attack that. The tank will take aggro of him. I'm not going to make it a Fragment of Truth run because I'm not using my trophies yet because I want to compound them with this min-maxing nodes. So that's what I'm going to do. The only thing I'd like to consider... No, I think this is what we do. So you go here, you take on these 3, go. Please team, be strong enough. Really relying on the damage of Cora because of the items she's got. She does have good AoE. So this is, yeah, that was the cakewalk and I should have put the tablet on, but that's okay. It was the basic fight. Burn, shock, both good. This isn't I'm not doing it. I'm not going to get it twisted, as they say. How much mana did she get in? 10, and she started with 8. So she got 2 off of this item, which is pretty garbage, but we're going to apply more frost with like attack speed and stuff. Alternatively, we can also put mana regen here, but I don't think I need that yet unless I want to put it on our tank, which I don't because we have Cora for healing. So none of these items are good for me, and we're obviously not doing bleed. So Sangon Blade, see you later. Every crit gives 6 defense is pretty sick on Zavos because he's got a pretty high crit chance. It would make him more tanky over time, which is always a good thing. Every 4 seconds, all summons gain 5 attack. I'm not going to go down the summons path because we're not doing many of them. I think none of these are like game breaking, so I'm going to move on. Shock, no. Tortoise Shell, too slow. I don't like items that scale with losing health, and healing for ethereal, no. And debuffs, I don't like any of them. I'm going to do one more roll, and we might need to go to the campfire if I... Yeah. Every 2 attacks, we heal 7 times the frost. I don't think this is very good, because like what, we get 20 frost? That's 140 every 2 attacks. It's not bad. I'm going to choose it because I've never chosen it before, but I don't think it's a very good item. I just don't like to discount things before I've given them the proper go. And what we really need is items for the Waco. Who's 10 for a defense bottle? Wow. Lose everything down to 1 and choose a hero that will share its default passives with all other heroes. Okay, so you might think, no, that's crazy. But we have a campfire next. We can just double rest and give everyone what? Omni crit? Give everyone shield? Give everyone water elementals? Or give everyone a sharing of crit chance. So we have 3 water elementals, 2 Savos. So we have 5 in total. 5 summons is 5 crit chance to everyone, and 5 people having that ability is 25. So that's, everyone has a 25 crit chance. That sounds good, but if you think about water elementals, we're a crit team, that's going to scale this up inherently by giving everyone more summons, but it's also going to scale this up, but most importantly, it's going to scale up Muscular Druid. This is easy for me. This is so fun. We're going to go down to 1 health. We're going to give everyone water elementals. Then we need to see. I'd love to see what's everyone's base crit chance. You can't see yet. All right, so then we're going to go to the campfire. We have to rest because this run's too juicy to not. And then we're going to look for a summons ability here or a frost. Debuff, no. Defense, no. No. Okay, that's really lame. These abilities are almost useless on us. Enchanting would be good, but it's not our priority. I think we actually reroll. Shock, bleed, health, minions, and crit chance. The same one I did last run. Maybe is this our redemption arc? But it is bleed, so it doesn't fit in there. I don't think we can. The only thing is that this is going to give all our water elementals like a lot of crit chance. This is going to ramp up their damage a lot. Well, I think this is the best of what I can see here, so I'm going to choose it, but we really do need to consider trading that out later. And let's watch this. Let's see their crit chances go up. I'm very, very interested. I'm going to keep everyone huddled as well, because I want Cora to be healing everyone and all their water elementals. And I've also turned on the Fragment of Truth here, so because I think this is going to be a pushover fight, other than the fact that no one has a second ability, so it's a little risky in that regard. And then final question is, do I want to put any of these items on? And I think the answer is no for now, but it's a little risky. Alright, see ya. I'm hoping everyone's water elementals beefs up the damage enough. Can I check the stats for the water elementals? I can't. Yeah, look at, she has 204% spell power. And we're not doing much damage, so we desperately need some items that synergize with our plan. And he's down, but we did lose someone. Who was it? It was, oh no, it was you. Cora kept everyone alive there. Our tank actually did reasonably well in terms of self-healing. So 11. We got 11 trophies there. So it's really important here that we get items, because we need to desperately get this down and this down. And summon synergy items. So none of this is summon synergy, none of it's frost synergy. Liam is obviously quite good, especially with this frozen axe, but I don't think we have a place for him. I don't really want to trade out my team, so I'll choose Naomi, but with no intent of using her. Okay, no frost items. Every 3 seconds, increase all summons attack by 5% of the wearer's attack. That could be really good in Loico. The question is, do these summons... Yeah, they do get attack damage. Okay. So maybe that's our game plan. Give as much attack damage to Loico, which he should be doing through his ability. And then every 3 seconds he shares it with the summons. Okay, I've never done... This is all new to me. New characters, new methods. Oh, and here we go. So if I choose... I'm just going to straight beeline to what we're going to choose, is the Patience Fruit, because then I can get 34, I can get like another 40 trophies, and then the scaling caps out at like 50 anyway. So this just means I can level up everyone drastically. So before I do that, what's our team need? It needs base items, which means we need to shop and do battles, but we only have 400. So this is a little tricky. I think we do this route, so hopefully get some money between these 5 floors. Go to the shop, get some base items, and then we have the option to do like literally anything we want there. Yeah, and I don't think we need to level up our characters, which means we can probably say that, but that's being a little greedy. I'm going to level up our characters because this guy is not to be messed around with. He just churns out the damage. So there we go, 78 trophies. I love this game. All right, so Zephyrus, what are you going to level with? All heroes get attack speed for every time he crits. He gets Omni crit, or he gets attack speed. So I'm going to give everyone more attack speed, because that's just good for the whole team. More attack speed for on cast, stun, or Omni crit. It's obviously Omni crit. That's nuts. Need I say more? All heroes get 1% crit chance for every summon on the battlefield. I'm not even going to read the other two. This is snowballing so quickly, yet I still don't feel that strong. Anytime we deal ethereal damage, apply burn. We're not dealing ethereal. We don't need Omni-Crit on this character because he's already got it. But this is kind of weak survivability for this character. So I'm actually going to choose this because it gives himself more crit chance, 21%. It's the most kind of coherent with what we're doing. This gives him more attack damage. So we could consider scaling attack damage on him to share with the team. This is kind of garbage. I'm actually going to just do stun, I think, because he's not getting shield. So that's the most kind of applicable. And then I'm going to level up Zephyrus one more time. And I think it's going to be mana regen. It could be anyone, actually. So it's not Magic Steel because he's already healing through this. It could be defense to double his defense, mana to get 50% more casts based on mana regen, or attack speed because he wants to crit as much as possible to share his attack damage to his water elementals, or to give more attack speed to the rest of the team. So I think it's actually attack speed based on that. There's too many benefits for that. And then next I'm going to go Korra because she's just too important. And it's definitely base spell power because we're getting multiplicative spell power through her mask. And I can probably do someone else as well, I reckon. I'm going to go this girl because I'm trying to give her a go. So crit chance is okay, but she's getting a lot through this. She needs mana regen and spell power, and none of this gives it to us. So I'm going to go Magic Steel to give her a bit of survivability. And I think I'm going to turn on the tab and leave it at that for now. And pray that old mate tanks and doesn't die. Okay, team, go. Oh no, what are you doing going there? Bad placement. Come on, Korra. Keep everyone alive, including the minions, please. Who died? Tank died. Not good. So now what's the boss targeting? Targeting Korra. Korra's down. This is, like I said, that's a tough fight, but we got there. We're going to get the tab. We lost a bit of health. It's okay. He tells himself. And more frost application's nice if we had a frost payoff, which we don't. But frost just means more spell damage. Every 3 seconds heal all summons for 100 health. Is that any good? Is that fast enough to be applicable? I don't know, to be honest. Like, if we get any frost payoff, having these is going to be so good, but we don't have the payoff yet, and we need so many base items. I think that's a... I'm doing it. I'm being greedy. Sue me. Okay, so what keeps happening? The team keeps getting split up, so I'm just gonna... I'm gonna bring everyone... No, can you target like that? You go here. I can see she's facing this guy, and she's just gonna get herself squashed. And I'm gonna give a 4th passive to old mate here. Okay, here we go. Attack damage scaling based on frost, which is lovely. And we can't fuse these yet, all these, because we've got nothing on the way go. That's useless. And attack damage scaling is useless until we get someone who scales more attack. So that's what we're gonna do. And please, everyone, heal. Korra, you're not doing enough casting and healing. Come on, Korra is dead. He at the moment's doing nothing, but we've got 4 item slots, so he's got a really high ceiling. Here we go. So Korra needs to do... We need an item from Korra because more base spell power means a lot more multiplicative spell power, and then we need Echo to make him more of an absolute weapon. So on cast, 24 attack speed sounds good. So I would love... Attack damage, sorry. I'd love an attack damage item. Alternatively, we can consider... No. Let's take a step back. We need an attack damage item because we've got too many items to fuse with. And I don't have much health to roll, so I'm going to try be conservative here. I think that's good enough. It's just because it gives him a bit of attack speed as well, which I don't mind. The question is, what are we putting on it? Every 3 seconds increase all summons attack damage by this where it's attack damage. Or on cast get 24% attack damage. So he's getting one of this first, then he's getting this, and then hopefully another attack damage item. So I think we start with the mace. Get his attack speed up as much as possible. What did I just do? What did that? Oh, okay. That tripped me out. The image didn't show it there. Oh my god. And what does this guy do? So he shoots out an attack. So we need to not put everyone right behind. Put everyone to the side then. And hit the tank and take it in this direction. And we can give someone else a third passive, which can be definitely Cora. A bit of survivability. Shock. Every attack, which isn't great. But I think these two are kind of garbage. We'll go over heat shield, because it at least gives her some survivability, and if she dies, we die, so. And we'll give it a third passive to this person. So every crit increase their crits increase by their shield and start with shield. On cast gain spell power. On cast gain spell power. Sounds good to me. And I'm gonna just waste a bit of points here, even though it's not helping with my min-max notes, but I just want him to be stronger. And because we're scaling attack damage, lifesteal is pretty good, just to keep him alive. And he gets his third passive, which is when gaining shield from any source, gain attack speed, heal for spell power, or defense per hero and summon in range. I'm going to go this because it just makes him a lot tankier, and we can also consider switching that for this, which is absolutely perfect. So we're going to make our tank tankier, and then we're going to make the guy scaling attack damage scale more attack damage. That works really well. Let's go. Guys, get your summons out, because what we need is this Mask of the Druid to be applying more. And it appears... Holy moly. Look how many units we had on the screen. Yet our damage is pretty... Okay. Ethereal, no. Spell power healing, no. Skeleton Ring isn't bad. It's base attack damage, spell power, and it gives magic steal and life steal, which is just so essentially any damage he does is going to heal himself, and healing received is big. So we can consider putting this on our tank, and I think it would actually make him a lot more survivable, because at the moment he's not doing so good. And I don't really want to roll because we are low on health, so I'm actually going to choose it. It isn't perfect, but hey. And here I'm going to do the passive swap I talked about, which is... attack damage for... attack damage for summons. When we got like 1 million summons, I think I have to do that. I really wanted to put this here. But what I'm going to do is get rid of critical form, because he's already got Omni Crit. Put this here, and then the next one I'll switch, because then he scales multiplicatively attack damage with his base, which will be really high because of these birds. So, switched. Alright. Cool, what are we missing? The second, so we need to do a hard version of one of these fights. So we might need to go like that, depending on what we get out of these exclamation marks. I don't want to lose health, so no. Relic swaps, we literally have none to swap. And no, I don't want to do this. I'm just going to leave. I hate that one. Aha. So what do I want? Do I want to trade mana regen for insane spell power? Do I want to trade a bit of mana regen for... No, I'm not going to do that. Do I want to trade a little bit of spell power and mana regen for this lifesteal combo and health and mana regen? That's pretty good. And that's obviously a downgrade. So this top one is insane. Because now... both casters have ridiculous percent application of spell power. So now we need to get their base application up. I'm going to do the shop and see what the shop has to offer. Oh no. So I'm looking for summon related things whenever the wearer attacks. Or frost related things. Every second the wearer consumes a frost, ideally not consumption. That's a lot of health for our tank. This item's... how good would it be with that item? So like we could give our tank shield, omni crit, and crit to the team. or we could give more water elementals to someone else. This ability is pretty good to be shared, especially with the, what's it called? The origin. So I'm definitely going to get this because it's cheap. So that's 560 plus 82, which is 646. So we roughly have 200 left after that, which doesn't get us anything that decent. I do like base spell power because it means this mask is doing more. And okay, I don't want to overthink it. I think this item's really good. So I'm going to this, and because I think I spent too much time talking in these videos, I'm just going to, at the shops, I'm just going to grab the items and put them on. So we have attack speed crit chance. We have mana regen defense, which I think we put on him. And we give, who do we give the mask to? Like the mask just goes well on anyone really. Anyone that doesn't have, so he's got Omnicrit, he's got Omnicrit, he's got Omnicrit. He doesn't really need Omnicrit, so it'd be good to give him Omnicrit, but he heals. Does it help his survivability? It does because of the summon shield. And every 5 seconds he gets that as well. That seems too good to not do. So here we go. Step 1. Next step is the gun. So I'd like him to crit more, and I'd like his attack damage up as well because he's scaling attack damage with every single time he casts. And then I think it was this one on him as well. Yeah, every 3 seconds he's going to give some of that to the team. And then finally, is there anyone we can give the additional frost cast to? I think we can. I think for now we can just go here to here because we can always trade this item to someone else, and then I'll save that at Frozen Axe, which I said would be useless. It still is. Okay, so go there and go team. Got nothing else to do other than press play. Let's see how survival. He just got 1,000 healing. I'm not sure what from. Yeah, what is he? How is he healing that much? He still died. That's quite frustrating. Why isn't it? Yeah, Lueko is finally our top damage dealer. This guy's kind of a bit of a dud at the moment, so we should really invest some energy into him. And it should be attack damage, because then it gives attack damage to Lueko, who shares it with all our summons. These guys have enough. Space spell power would be good too. Wow. He, for some reason, is getting a lot of attack damage anyway. So let's just scale it up higher, I guess. Attack damage. Base spell power is quite good over here. Same with mana regen. And tell you what, I think 65 is better here. So if we give this to her and put that at the bottom, this is going to scale much higher, much faster now. And then he now has more attack to give with his bots to everyone else. And I think that's okay. I think that's good because he's gonna scale attack. Same with him, which will give it to all our minions. So let's press on. Now I'm low on health, so I don't think we can afford to go this way. We don't have much money here, and I think this is quite dangerous. So exclamation mark. That's pretty good set of items, and I think we can take that for the boss. It might be a little bit ambitious, but I'm going to be greedy. So that's we got Mythical Dagger, so that's crazy. That's crazy with our origin story. We got Shielding Dagger, which can be very, very good, especially because our team's attack scaling. And then we got 2 decent items. That was well worth it. I don't want to change anymore, because we're a minion build that wants crit chance. So who's our best critter? It's you. 94. So let's... Is that real? Are you really 94? Nah, you're 30. Are you really this? No, you're not. P-Space is okay. We could just make him... We could give him more crit. Which is going to go double well with this. Yeah, alright. Let's do it. A bit clunky and awkward because he's scaling. Not only is he scaling attack damage, he's scaling crit for the team as well. Yeah, we'll put that there. Why not? Because it doesn't go well on anyone else anyway. Okay. And then I don't like this item and I'm going to look to replace it. So because of that, I'm just going to give him some more frost application. And then what do we do? I like my origin, so we're not going to change that. I'm going to rest, and enchant will bring us down to 18, which is 2 deaths. Do I think 2 deaths is all we need? I think against this boss, yes. So what can we enchant? Oh, well, we've just added another one in here, so this will add a ton of survivability for our tank and attack speed. So let's do that. Hopefully that keeps him alive to save us from losing. So with our tank here, Cora, I think what I'd like is like this, so these two can take the brunt of the attacks, because things are going to summon over here. And let's give a 4th of passive to Savos. We did 1 attack damage, I think. Yeah. And his ability is, every time the hero crits with an attack, they gain shield, or they gain spell power per shield. I think that crit gives shield, just nice survivability. We just gotta remember we're losing health, but that should be okay with Cora, so come on Cora, don't let me down now. Guys, kill the coffins. The tank is all by himself. Look at look at this! Increased crit chance by 600%. God, that's cool. No, don't need any of that. So we want, God, what do we want? We kind of want everything. This is like an everything build. No, we don't want to not gain mana. No, we don't want to do that. No, we don't want any of these things. Not synergistic. 400% crit damage. It has to be that, right? Or all summons summoned by the wearer get 100% crit damage, all attacks. No, because that's only relative to the summons of that wearer. It's this Devourer, right? And if we put the Devourer on Savos, he's now going to have just obscene... Okay, cool. We need to work on his crit chance, though, so I'd like a sword to beef that up a little bit. Now, what I'm looking at with these ones? We're applying Frost, so that's wasted. We're applying actually, from memory, are we applying any Shock? We are not. So we could choose this. A bit of shield to start's kind of nice, so that we can heal underneath it, and the shield gives us added benefits, I believe. Such as this one here. Oh no, no? Okay, not too much benefit here. But if we check max mana, who is our max mana? 677777. Alright, so it's one of these, and do they all gain benefit from spell power? So Savos is dead, Cora, Zoe, and Lueko is good. I think we just go float. It means we can pick up some more shield synergy moving forward. And then we carry on. What do we want? We want... God, I don't really know. We probably want more relics, to be honest, which means more elites. So what if we did like this here? That path right there. Or we could do double campfire, upgrades. Yeah, I like that. Less exclamation marks, but that's okay, because we really need some relics to carry us through. And this guy, we just got to mow down quickly, so... I might try level old mate here up. So we can get him some life steal. I think crit chance is gonna... Either crit chance or max life. And I think in this case it's max life. Yeah, his healing seems pretty good since that necklace upgrade, and our damage is now doing quite well. Whoa. Whoa, 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 wah, wah, wee, wah. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's going to... all his crit chance and crit damage is going to the team. Okay. Nice, nice. Interesting that these guys have 200% spell power, yet are doing abysmal damage. It just means that I'm not giving them enough base spell power, so we need to that's what we need, a spell power item. Alternatively, something like that on Savos would be pretty good. Nah. No, thank you. Base spell power. There we go. So who can take that best? For now, it's going to go on one of these two, and I think the healer could benefit more from it. So let's go here. I'm not going to even look at these, even though that does say Frost. because I'm pretty chuffed with what we got going on here. It's funny that the run I recorded part of it and then it crashed, but the run I couldn't show you guys is the exact same as this one. Crit minion. Well, not exactly, but very similar. For sure it's this, because that just gives so much to Korra. And enchant again, I guess. So more mana per frost. Don't crumble under the weight of this fight, please, guys. And I want to cut them together so Korra's AoE does something. Let's go. Yeah. The healing we feel very well healed now. Our tank's got some good survivability. Now it's just a matter of damage scaling and we're done. Bleed, burn, bleed. Don't care. 1, maybe 2 rolls. Ooh, okay. I'm going to take the mana regen item. I can't remember who shields themselves quite a lot. You do. Why did you do it? Oh, because of your ability here. Oh, okay. Done. So we can put that item on her and she's not casting enough. This is brilliant. This is exactly what we need on Korra. Because she gives herself from this shield, which is going to cast more, which means more life. So, happy. We definitely need to rest, and the question is, do we rest again? And I think we actually do, because we're about to do a few bosses. So, tablet. Oh, this fight is freaking awful. So, is there any way? So, he's getting 3 if he goes there. 1's going to Korra and 1's going to Lueko. What I think I can do is like this. So 3 go to the tank, and 1 goes to Korra, but Korra's between the tank and Lueko, who's going to get targeted from him. So hopefully the heals keep him alive. So the tab's on, by the way, because we need it to finish this off. And if we don't win this one, we have 1 more chance at it. And this is the fight. I believe this is one of the fights that I did poorly in, like in the fire run. Like, this is my redemption arc. Yeah, okay, everyone, see, this is looking really nice on the right here. Everyone is getting, like, equivalently scaled in the end game. Cool, I'm shocked that he's doing so much damage. Yeah, all our damage are these blooming, water elementals. It's funny. Crit chance is good on him, so let's go here. And what else do we need? That's actually it. So I'll get like attack damage, crit chance. So relic time, more spell power. That will go far on these 2. Really far on like Korra. Every attack stuns, that's quite nice. Burn, just some flat burn. Or some spell power and magic regen. We are scaling these guys' spell powers in percentage, so this is base. This is 50 base. This is going to help us a lot with our fights. And this is like the most awful fight. So we're going to do spell power regen on the 2 that really, really need it. And then we're going to hope that we get out of this alive. And I've been a bit greedy with the trophies, I know. I really should be using them. Yeah, when they all got their procs off, no, they're like invincible because they're reduced damage, and so they're all overlapping, so they're just reducing damage completely from everyone. Every 3 attacks aware it gains 1 attack damage per summon on the field. That's pretty good on him, considering we want his... Oh, he's scaling attack damage. So I think we do this, then we do this, and then we do this. So now, attack speed would be better actually. So what this does, gives him more attack speed, more crit chance, which is a crit character, but it gives him more attack based on that attacks. Every 3 attacks he gets 1 attack per summon. So I actually have countless summons, which is a way to display it easily, so I can just quickly like check for you guys. So obviously it's not even in question. It's Korra on the ground, so it's her own survivability, but also scaling. And then I shouldn't be greedy. I should use some of these, so maybe just on Korra I'll give her a level. More health is nice. Attack damage steal is okay. I think maybe crit chance, because she does have Omni crit. And Lueco will do the same thing. What do you get? You can give him survivability. Regen's nice, so he casts more. So I think we do that, because that means more scaling. And our little Savos friend here, what can we give him? Oh, he definitely gets crit, because he shares his crit with everyone. That's a no-brainer. Let's go. I think we have a pretty solid team here now. As long as Cora, who is actually not... Come on, Cora. Gee, believer. Come on, Cora. What are you doing? It's completely my fault for giving aggro. Green gun. Yes, please. Good chance. Doesn't matter. We've got items for everyone. We're not doing burn. We don't have much money for attack speed. We're not doing shock sorters. So this SIFD is an awesome item. You can click it and like not necessarily take it. And it shows you what you can duplicate of your items. And this is tempting because we don't actually need to buy anything, so we can save our money. So we could go this path instead, which I'm going to do. And so let's say we had $800. That's 20% attack speed to the entire team. The only issue is we have to give away something, and I don't think it's worth it. So I'm going to go SIFD and go the I scroll to get that sweet magic power. Before I do, any items? So I probably should have gotten the upgraded power staff when I chose this. Oh well. Cool. So we'll go here so we can trade those passives that I've been meaning to trade from the start, and we'll just give everyone on our team some really nice survivability. Let's go. Who died? Hang on a second. Was that our tank? That was nuts! Okay. I was not expecting that. I needed to pay more attention. I thought we had it in the bag there. Okay, so survivability, lose mana, regen, gain, okay. After 7 seconds, gain all the attack of everyone else. So that would be really good on this guy. The problem is we don't have space for it, because I've gone pretty to town with these items here. God, they would be so good on him. Because then he really just beefs up everyone's attack, like, astronomically. And he's scaling percentage with attacks, and everyone's... I guess they're not attacking very quickly. I guess it's not that good. No, I'm going to give another roll. Really looking for survivability here. One more roll. Bleed spell. Every 400 healing done by the wearer, they cast a mist, which does damage. That seems kind of lame. And then we've got some crit scaling, but he's kind of stacked up on crit. I'm going to choose it because I don't think we should mess around with our life anymore. Every crit the hero gains 25% of the damage dealt as shield, which is really amazing. But I really wanted that on Lueco because it's going to give him more defense, our tank, and it's going to give Lueco more attack scaling. So it's just like the perfect switch. We can go here and we can do a bit of resting. First, we'll enchant. Doubling Lueco's attack, sure. And a rest, and let's carry on. And I guess, yeah, I guess it makes a lot of sense to actually give our tank the spell steal. What's it called? It's called magic steal. Right, team, don't let me down. Just keep the tank alive or else. Yeah. Look at the jumble factor. It's going nuts. And that we just reached the 7-second mark, which means Savos shed all his crit skills to everyone. Okay. We're definitely choosing this. Picking a relic. More life is okay, but we don't have any life scaling. More attack damage is obviously good as a beginning. More life to our tank full stop is pretty good, considering he's a little bit squishy. But an item would be awesome. Another item swap could be so powerful. Oh, I'm going to do it. It's because it's... I think this shield's kind of useless for now, so I'm actually going to get the Reto pack, which gives you another item slot instead of these two, because I think these two are too powerful, and it allows you flexibility of where you put your units. So I'm going to get rid of the flute and hope this lands on the tank, which it does. It freaking did. Yes, let's go. He's already got the mask though, actually, and you can't really give him double mask. How about this here? Every 3 attacks, 150% attack damage. So we have 169. So it would be like another 80. So it's like 240 shield every 3 attacks. That's a bit of survivability. I wonder if 2 masks doubles the amount that are on them in terms of passives. I have no idea. But I am going to just put this on this power staff because I really want that item on someone else. And then I think maybe we just give him a little bit of flat scaling because he can wear it. And it's like, it's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. And I don't really see a need for a shop, so I'm going to go to Campfire to see if I can upgrade some things. So obviously more mana is good. And I think we upgrade one of these axes to get more frost. Lovely jubbly. Alright, so here I just want him to be gaining... the thing is, his spell heals himself and doesn't do damage, so I'm not sure this actually does anything. So I'm just going to go like this. And hope that's enough. And I have 59, so I'm just going to use them all now because this is where we can actually just crumble. So she has lifesteal already, so we'll just go a bit of base spell power. And we can get someone to level 6, so it's going to be the tank. So many points. Mana regen for sure. It has to be mana regen to cast more, which means more healing. And we'll do Cora as the next level 6. Mana regen, yeah. For sure. Cool. And come on, Loco. Can I get you? Yes, just crit chance. Perfect. Done. Interesting. I've not done a run like this before, especially when the screen's filled with so many little minions. Yeah, they're absolutely dealing damage. Look at this. These aren't even high numbers yet. We're just churning through them. Okay, Cora, as discussed. All right. Same as before. Nothing really to think about here. As long as our tank stays alive and everyone else just kind of minds their own business. Oh my god, I've never seen the bar on the right be so indecisive. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, what I like to do, everyone to one side and to the right of the tank, and then as long as the tank is one tile next to the boss, then both of them target the tank. So let's go. Is this another Flame Master? Oh no! She's gone off by herself and died! Cora's alive and the tank's alive. That's the most important thing. God. Who died first? I'm gonna have a chat with them. We won though, so I'm happy. This is awesome. Okay, so we haven't got all unlocks, which is why we don't have, the Surgeon Reborn. So maybe the next one will give us that. Gold collected, 54 minutes. Awesome, awesome. What did we unlock? Teros, who's a defense scaling tank. Ralph, who's a guy that I don't understand. He shoots frost at enemies and converts his damage to spell damage. And then Mr. Pumpkins is awesome. So he stuns, and then every stun gets more defense and HP. So he's like a really good secondary tank because he's got the utility of stunning, and over time he becomes strong enough with the defense and then health to just take on anything. And what items do we get? So a lot. I'm not going to go through them. I'm going to quickly point out some ones that I love, which are... This is good. So extra healing and shield is really good on your tank if he's getting either of those two things. And this item here, Magic Blade. So if you scale someone's attack speed really low, then this adds so much damage in terms of spell power. Because what it does is every second you gain 8 spell power, but every attack you lose spell power. So as long as you're attacking less than every second, this has a benefit. Even slightly more, actually. And I've never used Fasir before. But that's it. That's the win. So we unlocked Twins and Wicked Gold. That was super fun. Yeah, really excited after that one. I want to play again, but I've got something I need to jump onto. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Cheers.